Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now, this is What If Deku was promised to a Kitsune, Part 3. As Izuku turn around, as he sees the Nomu come into. Sorry, as he sees the Nomu throw fists, as he had enough time to strengthen his body with his energy manipulation, covering a thin layer of energy, coating his whole body. As Izuku gets punched, as he goes flying into the forest, knocking down several trees as he finally hit the end. Actually, as the last tree he hit stopped his descent from going any further, as Izuku coughs up blood. As soon as he's about to get up, as there's a foot stomping Izuku further into the tree. As Nomu is pounding on Izuku, as Izuku blasts him with some green energy. As the Nomu goes flying back a little bit, as it skid across the ground. Sorry, guys. What the hell is this thing? Whoever this guy is, his energy is all distorted. It's very unnatural. As the Nomu comes rushing at Midoriya still, as Izuku's blasting with energy. As the Nomu's holding out his hand, blocking injury as he slowly walks towards Izuku. As all you see in the wilderness is the bright light of green. If energy's not doing it, how about fire? As Izuku ignites his green fire using energy manipulation, as it coats, as it goes far, as it cuts the USJ and the fire goes directly towards where Izuku is, as he goes to the other side of the USJ, as there's a big green fire splitting off the USJ. As by doing that, Izuku blocked Shigaraki from going any further. As we get to Kagura, as Kagura's been trying to get to Izuku, as she's surrounded with a bunch of villains. I don't have enough time to deal with you mortals. You're not that important. And she snaps her fingers as all the villains they ignite in blue fire. As everyone's dead on the spot. As Kagura goes through a wave after wave of villains, killing them, either electrocuting them to death using her fox fire, or simply ripping out their throats with her claws, with her fingernails extended. As Kagura shows no mercy. As you have Izuku, but unknowns to Izuku and Kagura, there's several masked women all around the USJ observing the fight between Izuku and his Nomu and Kagura and the villains. As Kagura noticed the Kitsune's presence, but they haven't interfered, so she's ignoring them for now. As Izuku sees this creature on the ground, as it's starting to regenerate. And unnoticed to and unlike canon, Izuku doesn't know what this is. He doesn't know it has several quirks. He doesn't know that it is meant to kill All Might. He doesn't know nothing. Shigaraki didn't blab his plan out like an idiot. As the Nomu gives out a horrified scream after it gets up. As Izuku did not notice, the Nomu suddenly disappeared from his vision. As Izuku gets socked across the face, as he goes flying into a mountain, as Nomu appears in front of Izuku, as he starts pounding him into the mountain deeper after each contact from his fist. As he's doing that for a few minutes, as the Nomu grabbed Izuku as he tosses him as Izuku slides across the ground, extremely hurt. What the hell? Such strength. As he's holding his arm is broken. I'll have. I can't. I gotta do it now. Oh, sorry, guys. Give me a second. Nomu walks up to Izuku as he stomps on his legs, on his right leg, as Izuku starts screaming. Izuku's being tossed around like a rag doll, as he doesn't know the weakness, so he has no way of how to kill this thing. As Izuku finally gets up from being beaten down by the Nomu, as he starts emanating green energy as sorry, as Izuku's as you see pulses of energy pulsing as each pulse gets faster and faster and faster. Izuku manipulates the energy into energy swords that hover around Izuku as they all point at the Nomu, as they all go flying towards him, as each one two pierce his shoulder, as one of them pierces his chest, as Izuku snaps his fingers, as the energy-based swords explode with green energy. As everyone nearby in the area can see green explosion out of nowhere. As Izuku manipulates energy to create a lightning bolt in his hand, as he's holding it, a green lightning bolt, as he's on his right hand, as he forms green fire in a similar fashion. As he tosses both the attacks at the Nomu, creating a bigger explosion. As the Nomu's halfway gone, as Izuku sees, regenerating, as Izuku rushes forward, grabbing onto the Nomu, as he's eliminating, trying to melt, trying to kill the Nomu with his energy by grabbing onto his skin, as he's trying to destroy the Nomu, but each time he's trying to destroy it, it regenerates. As he's breathing, Izuku's breathing heavy. As the Nomu grabs into Izuku in a bear hug, as he squeezes him, as Izuku screams out in pain. As he immediately trying to blast the Nomu in the face, as his energy is not enough to disintegrate the skull. Izuku noticed each time he tried to target the head, there's some sort of invisible force field around it. As he doesn't know what that. He's assuming it's a quirk that's protect a vital area. He doesn't. He knows that that's the weak point. If there's a high defense there, then that means that's a place to aim. As Izuku's trying to kill the Nomu, as the Nomu keeps squeezing even harder. As Izawa is knocked out from the Nomu from the previous attack. As the rest of the students haven't arrived just yet. Izuku's eyes glow bright green as he ignites a shock wave of green energy as the Nomu goes flying. As Izuku falls to his knees. As he's breathing heavy. As he coughs up a little blood. Sorry guys, give me a second here. As we cut to Kagura, as the mysterious Kitsunes are watching her. As Kagura met up with a couple of the class, a couple of people from the class, like Momo, Jiro, and Araka, as they all join forces to take down the villains. What are you up to, Kagura? You are well known to be the most evil of our kind, especially towards the human race. You have you have you have killed many of the human race. You're well known to eat the humans you come across. You know our orders. It's time. It's time to act. Yes, ma'am. As all the kitsunes go in separate directions. As everyone gets to the location where Izuku is, as Kagura sees Izuku in rough shape as he's barely standing, as she sees the same kitsune that showed up in the alley afterwards. As she catches Izuku, as Izuku loses consciousness, as Kagura rushes over there, give me my give me my Izuku. I don't think so, Kagura. I suggest you give him here now. I don't think so. The queen wishes to speak with him. We're going to get to the bottom of this, exactly what you're planning. Over my dead body. As she's showing off her claws. I wouldn't be so. I wouldn't be so rash, Kagura. You have more important matters to deal with. As the Nomu comes rushing in and sucks and attacks Kagura as Kagura goes flying into the forest. As she blows some leaves off her face. I see. See, when I play rough. I could play rough. As she gets up, cracks her neck, cracks her knuckles, as she, with incredible speed, rushes towards the Nomu, rips off his arm, as she begins beating the Nomu with his own arm. As he's knocking the Nomu back, as he kicks the Nomu in the leg, as he bends down to one knee, as she blasts with foxfire, as he goes flying and skidding across the ground. As Kagura calmly walks over to the Nomu, after I deal with you, I'm going to retrieve what's mine. As All Might busts through the door as he sees the scene, as he sees Kagura grab the Nomu, as she rips off his head, as she burns the rest of the body. As All Might has no time for that, as he goes around capturing the villains. Now, because of the Nomu's quick being killed, as Shigaraki is visibly pissed. Kirigiri, who the hell is that? And how the hell did she kill the Nomu? That was meant to kill All Might. Who the hell is she? She wasn't on any of the intel we got from the UA trader. Unsure, Master Shigaraki. I suggest we retreat for now. Agreed. We've lost this time, but next time, I'll be more prepared. I have no idea who those women were in those masks. But we need to inform Master. As Kirigiri opens a portal. As Shigaraki goes through, as he shuts it behind him. As All for One shows up on the monitor. You failed, it seems. Yes, Master. There was there was there were some future sorry, there were some students from UA that we had no intel on. They were a turning factor of our operation tonight. But I will not make the same mistake twice. Master. Very well, Shigaraki. I'll let this one slide. Do not fail me again. Understood, Master. As all for one, the monitor shuts off. By this time, Izuku was taken to the Queen of the Kitsunes, to the Kitsune world, realm. As everyone sees Kagura, as where are you going, Kagura? Where's Izuku? He was taken. Oh, I was like, was it villains? No, it was my sister. I'm going to retrieve what's mine. Not even my sister will. Not even my sister will survive my wrath. I will get my property. As Kagura disappeared out of thin air, as everyone was shocked by that. As she gets to the, as she opens the portal to the Kitsune world realm, as she steps forward. As she stopped time before she left, so they wouldn't see her open the portal. As she enters the Kitsune realm, as she continues to go forward to the capital of her people. As there's a big giant gate, as there's a couple Kitsune guarding it. Let me through, and you will not be killed. Sorry, we're orders by the Queen to not let you in the capital. That's very unfortunate for you. As Kagura grabs the Kitsune by the head, as she slams him into the to the ground, as she shocks him, as she steps on her spine, as she's screaming out in pain. Keys now. As she had no choice but to hand her the keys, as she takes out her hand, as she used the key to open the main gate. As the main gate opens, as the Kitsune people are on high alert, as everyone's yelling, Kagura's attacking. As Kagura is not a good Kitsune, she's quite evil. The Kitsune Queen thinks she's up to no good with Izuku. She doesn't have the full picture. And Kitsune is not going to tell them much. But she'll sure cause as much chaos until she gets what she's coming for. Until she gets what she wants. And if she has to burn down her own capital, the capital of her people, she will. She considers Izuku far more important to her at this point. As all the Kitsune's main forces try to slow Kagura down, as she's beginning a battle with other Kitsunes. She cut to the palace, as the masked Kitsune appears in front of her as she lays Izuku down on the ground. Ma'am, this is the human that Kagura has been involved with. Understood. Get him medical help immediately. As yes, my queen. And inform me when he awakes. I wish to speak to him personally. Understood, my queen. Move along, little fox. As she does, as they get Izuku taken care of. And they're able to heal pretty much all of it. Kitsunes are far more superior when it comes to healing, as they had several Kitsunes start healing Izuku, as they're slowing Kagura down as much as they can. As she starts, the queen Kitsune starts calling her, most powerful Kitsunes under her command, as they go to fight Kagura, her sister, her little sister, by the way. As she sees Izuku on the bed, and it's like, so this is the human that got my sister's interests. But I'm wondering why she hasn't killed you yet. My sister has been known not to kill every human she comes in contact with. She usually eat at some point, but this is the longest I've seen her being involved as a human. And according to my soldier, she's actually said she's married this human. As Izuku, finally opens his eyes. Ah, you're awake. Finally. As Izuku's like, where am I? Calm down, human. You're in the Kitsune realm. Just call me Luna for now. That's the most fitting name I could go by now. For now. Are you alright everywhere? Is anywhere you're hurt? Or anywhere, sorry, are you hurt anywhere on your body? Izuku's like, no, but where's Kagura? Lovey sister. You must not trust her. Excuse me? You don't know, you know how many, do you know how many humans she's killed over the time she's been alive? She's the most evil Kitsune of my race. As much as I do despise her, she is still my sister, so I do love her at the same time. And I want to know what exactly she's been up to with you. I normally wouldn't care about a human, but considering how my sister is infatuated with you, it's piqued my interest. And getting a closer look at you, you're not that bad looking, actually. I can see why my sister is so fond of you. But you're only going to be temporary. When she gets bored with you, she'll eat you like she eats every other human she comes across. Jessica starts laughing. I'm fully aware of what Kagura has done. She's told me. We've been we've been together for a little bit now, and I don't know what you're planning here to create a ridge between us, but that's not going to happen. And even if she did wanted to eat me, that's really none of your concern. I'll deal with it if it happens. As the front door of the palace bursts open as several kitsunes goes flying through, hitting it, slamming into a wall. Hello, big sister. I believe you have something that belongs to me. As she sees Izuku, as she rushes over there, and she hugs him. I lost you, Izuku. Are you alright? Are you hurt anywhere? As I'm fine, Kagura. What are you up to, sister? As Kagura gives her sister's the vicious look she possibly could look. As she's serious. Relax, sister. I'm not doing anything bad. I was informing him of what you eventually are going to do to him. What do you mean, sister? Simple. It's always your MO. Every human you come in contact, you eat them. Given that this one is the longest human I've seen you last. You never won for seduction, So why the change pace of methods, Kagura? You freaking serious, sister? Is this what this all about? I would never hurt my Izuku. As she, she holds Izuku's hand. Never. And the fact that you think I would? Actually, I'm not surprised, actually. You've always hated me. So did Mother. You see, sister, this human means more to me than anything else in this world. That's including you. I'll be taking my husband home. And if you try to stop me, I will kill you. Sister, you might be the queen, but we both know who holds the real power. Don't threaten me, little girl. You might be powerful, but I have you beat in experience. Dear sister. Very well, sister. You could take your human and leave, but I'll be keeping an eye on you too. I know you're up to something. I just don't know what. But I will find out, and you will be punished accordingly. As Izuku and Kagura leave the palace, as she stops after they get out of the village, as she hugs Izuku, thank you for not interfering with me and my sister. I know my sister told you a lot of things. Of course, you've told me that. What did she tell you exactly? She told me what you told me the first night. The first night we were actually, when I finally accepted, being with you. As she's, please, thanks. I know I'm not the, no, I know I'm not the, well, good as Kitsune. I'm actually the most evilest. But I had my reasons. You don't have to explain yourself to me, Kagura. Doesn't matter what you've done in the past. My feelings for you will not change. Thanks. Let's get back home. I just kind of want to. I just kind of want to just lay down and forget this day happened. It's been a stressful day. As she opens the portal back into the human realm, we cut back to the palace. What do you think, my old friend? As the kitsune comes out of the shadows, as she witnessed the whole ordeal, the whole event. My queen, I've never seen Kagura act that way before. I've we've known each other for a long time. We might not be friends anymore, but this is something different. I don't think she's going to eat the human. I think she's genuinely cares for him. Very well. I'll give you direct command of this mission. I want you to keep an eye on my sister and her little human pet, and find out what she's up to. If she's not up to anything, then I owe my sister an apology. But until then, we need to be careful. We need to be sure. Remember the last time Kagura was in the human realm? The massacre she left behind. It took me it took me ages to calm down the rest of the kitsune. Of the pure carnage, she gave a lot of our kind a bad name that day. Understood, my queen. I'll make sure it get done. Very well, leave me. As she disappears. As they get back to Yue, as Izuku and Kagura goes to Nezu's office. As Nezu, Izuku, you're right. As I'm fine, Nezu. I just was kind of kidnapped a little bit. Don't worry, it was no villain. It was, it was my sister, Nezu, as Kagura steps up. My family has some suspicions of me, but don't worry, we cleared it all up. This won't be a further issue. Very well, as long as nothing happens between my students. You did well on what happened at the USJ. You were given a tough situation. Because of your absence, after it's been a full day, the USJ happened yesterday. We will be giving the students about a 3 month break. I suggest you use that time to train. Because what do you mean train? You missed the announcement. We'll be doing a in 3 months we'll be doing the sports festival. It's a good opportunity to show your skills to other pro heroes, and hopefully you get a internship after the tournament. It all depends on how you perform, Izuku and Kagura. Thank you for the information, Nezu. We'll we'll keep that in mind. Come on, Kagura. It's kind of late as they get back to their room. And immediately, Kagura grabs Izuku, pins him down to the bed, as she kisses him. As Kagura starts crying, as she just lays down on Izuku's chest, as she's like, "I thought I lost you, Izuku. It hurt. I've never felt that pain before. It hurt the thought of you thinking that you died. I can't and will not allow that happen. Will that? Oh, sorry. I can't and will not let that happen, Izuku. Calm down, Kagura. I'm fine. I'm fine. Look it. I'm all healed up. I know. It's still it opened my eyes to a lot of things. How much you really do mean to me, Izuku. I might be a kitsune and you might be human, but my feelings, it's not a lie. And nor do I have any desire to ever hurt you. You're not like the rest of the humans that I've come in contact with. You're special. You're mine. As Izuku's, very well, I know I'm yours. My little yandere. As I'm not a yandere. As a little bit. Just a little bit. But that's what I like about you. As Izuku kisses her, as they spend the rest of the night together, as they begin talking pretty much the whole night. As Kagura refuses to let go Izuku, so she's latched onto him pretty tightly. As they finally fall asleep. As we're going to stop it there. Hope you guys have a good day and night, judging by time zones or wherever you are at in the world at this current time. I'll catch you in the next video.